Hey, and welcome to another week of Time on the Terrain, where I recount our engagements and our interactions with leaders in the markets that we service. I've got some notes this week. There's probably three areas that I want to focus on. And as you can see, the terrain for me this week today is my home office. Appreciate many of you in environments like this. And I also had a couple of days in Sydney this week and some really positive interactions with our community of clients. So first of all, I think probably the banner here is what we're seeing is unexpectedly good performance. I think businesses going back 2-3 months were really very, very pessimistic about what the outlook was going to be and really very, very reluctant to give any kind of guidance. And what seems to be happening, which is really positive, is that they're now looking at their first quarter or their third, if they're an American cycle, and they're seeing performance which is stronger than they'd hoped, stronger than they'd anticipated. However, confidence is still very, very light. And even in businesses that are doing well and doing better than they expected, their go-forward confidence is very, very low. And concurrently, their willingness to spend is extremely low. And that obviously presents lots of problems, micro for supplier businesses like ours, and obviously those that supply to us, but also macro in terms of what a lot of governments are looking for, which is really to see businesses lead the way in reviving economies. And if even businesses who are performing above expectations and doing well are not confident and are not spending money, really that gives that government policy a real issue. And then specifically in response to the budget here, we've had a major federal budget announced the last couple of weeks. Last couple of days, certainly since my last broadcast here. And look, I'm not going to share my sort of personal views other than to simply say there's not a lot in it for us, but that's okay. We'll keep going. But certainly the response from business has that we have had and engaged in conversation around, it's been pretty passive, pretty essentially kind of, okay, not much there from us or for us. And unless you're doing really well, you're not really going to benefit from this. So ironically, not a lot in there for businesses that have been really impacted from a macro level that they can't control. And specifically, maybe in one sector where this will positively impact, in the building sector, which in Australia at a residential level is quite busy and quite active, a moderate wage subsidy for apprentices. The feedback that I'm getting is that that's not really being embraced at a business level. It is at an association and a national level, but at a business level, an apprentice takes time to train. They take time to have a really positive impact. And if you're really busy, maybe you don't have time to upskill them and bring them in properly. And really, if you're hiring somebody for 12 months because of a wage subsidy, well, you're probably not necessarily sort of really thinking about the best for them or your business in the long term. It's just a quick fix. But not really, from what I've seen, not a lot of positive response to the budget in our network of clients here. Beyond that, what I am seeing, and where we've had interactions consistently across the three main markets that we service, which is the Australian market, the American market, and increasingly looking at the British European market, it's distinctly different. So in Australia, it's very patchy. Most businesses are being very, very conservative and cautious, and only a few seem to be investing in what I've been referring to as those key drivers of their business. We've had a couple of new engagements from companies doing exactly that, investing in the people that they think right now are going to get them to a breakthrough point and lift their business out of whatever particular challenge area they're in. In America, it's different. We've had an absolute flurry of demand on the other side of the Pacific. And that really seems to be coming out of the view in the States that, government's not going to help you. Don't wait for anyone to help you. You can do it yourself, and you need to invest in yourself to do that. So we're now circling a number of engagements in the US where they're looking to invest specifically in the leadership in order to activate higher performance, even when they expect the economy to essentially just kind of grind along for the next maybe 6 months, regardless of what the election result's going to be. And then in the UK and Europe, again, it's just all pain. And now looking seriously at another prolonged period of lockdown and business stasis and what's that going to do. And really the only guidance that we've been looking to provide is around resilience, is around well-being and supporting as best we can the businesses that we interact with over there. That essentially is the synopsis of what we've seen in the terrain. To summarize, good performance does not induce confidence and will not induce spending. That really seems to be the message loud and clear that we've received. However, if you back yourself and if you're willing to take responsibility for improving the outcomes and not waiting for somebody to give you a handout, then pick those who are most likely to influence the performance of your organization and invest whatever you can in them. That's time on the terrain today. I hope that'll be of some interest. I'd love to hear comments and thoughts. Any of you do or don't agree with anything that I've said based on what we've heard, feel free to comment. All in all, see you next time.